Okay guys, so we're going to be talking about how to set up the wiring for a mining rig. A lot of people have been wondering, how do you set up the wiring for a mining rig? So I'm going to take you through step by step what you're going to come into contact with when you buy all your equipment and how to set everything up. So this is the power supply box. It's going to be a Corsair, and I will talk about the EVGA power cables as well, so don't worry about that. You'll first see the instructions. This here, power cable. This is what you plug into your wall. If you live in the European zone, you might have a 240 volt instead of a 110 volt. You get this zip ties and that crap. This bag will contain all your wires. It's just a nice bag. And then here, you have your Corsair power supply. So it's a velvet bag, and then out comes a box. So, oh crap. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down here. Okay, so right now, how you set up the wiring for your power supply. First I have to undo the first power cable. The power cable is easy, but you don't want to plug it in. So the only thing that you can do if you're going to start with the power cable is take it here, line those up, it's in. That's it. The only thing else is once you're ready to go, you plug that end into your wall, and then you should be good. But for this example, we're just going to leave it like this so that we can see all of the connections. We're going to open up our bag here, and what we should see is we have an 8-pin Type 3. Let's see if we can get this to focus. It's a Type 3. It's an 8-pin, and it goes to a 6+2 pin and another 6+2 pin. There'll be a few of these in the bag, and I'll actually sort them so that they're all together, so I don't have to show the camera each time. Another one you'll see is it looks the same. It says Type 3, but on the other end, it's a CPU. So this is made for the CPU, and there is a difference because you'll notice that the CPU has all of its connections filled, whereas this one's missing that bottom metal connector there. You can see right through it. I don't know if you can see my skin color very well. But anyway, so this is going to be for the CPU. Put that over there. There should be 2 of the CPU cables, like so. One should be longer than the other, depending on what you need for your setup. You'll get this big chunky thing like this. It is for the motherboard. Alright, this one solid piece will plug into the motherboard. These 2 individual pieces will plug into the power supply right here. Okay? Set that aside as well. We should also get the 6-pin to Molex, and we should also get another 6-pin to Molex, 6-pin to SATA, 4 SATAs to be specific, another 6-pin to 4 SATA, 6-pin to Molex, 6-pin to SATA. And then since this is the HXI model, you should be getting, besides these 2 4-pins to Molex, you should be getting these little pieces which connect to your motherboard. You don't have to focus on them. They're just to monitor your PSU if you're like a gamer or something like that. Or it could come in handy if you want to see how much electricity your PSU is pulling. We're not going to bother with any of these smaller cables though. We're just going to focus on the bigger ones. So if you do have the Molex powered, risers, then you can power 6 with the Molex cables that come in here. You don't want to power more than more than 2 risers off of a single 6-pin connection to your power supply. So remember, only use 2 of these ports even though there are 4 on a single cable. Now there's 3 of these, so you can power 6 risers with the Molex connections that the PSU will give you. If you have SATA, you can power 6 risers as well. So this one power supply could theoretically do a 6-card rig depending on what cards you're using and how much power they pull. So anyway, we have here, like I said before, the 8+2 pins. We have 4 of these. So if you have a graphics card like mine over here, we have RX 580. It's just a regular model, so we will only have one 8-pin. We can power 8 of these graphics cards with those cables. Now a lot of people say that you can't split the power coming from one end. Sorry, this goes to your power supply. Oh wait, no, this goes to your power supply. So they say you can't plug one of these into one card and then plug another one into another card. And that's not true. You can use one cable to power 2 different cards. It doesn't matter. So 4 of those cables, you can power 8 8-pin GPUs, or you can power 4 16-pin GPUs, or 2 times 8 pins. Alright, so now I gave you a rundown of the cables. I want to show you how they go into the power supply. So this power supply has a motherboard socket right here and here. We'll also see that we have our motherboard cable. We'll just unravel this. So what happens is this cable just goes in here. Let's see if so you just line up these, and it's actually a really tight fit, so sorry if I'm giving you a bad angle. And you should be using some type of force, but don't try to force anything. But they are sort of difficult to get in there. Okay, so now we got them in. Looks like this. So we got our power supply connected, the motherboard cable connected to the power supply, sorry. Now, what happens if we want to connect a GPU to this? Well, first we would have to take one of our GPU, or VGA cables they're called. So we would take the end that has less, and in the case that you have a cable, like I know the eVega power supplies come with these, there'd be some that have a CPU on the side, like that, and there's some that'll have VGA on the side. So the VGA ones are okay to use, and it'll just have a single 6-pin to a 6-pin plus 2-pin to an 8-pin, rather than the dual one, and you would just use the 6 plus 2-pin to go into the graphics card over there, and the 8-pin side will go into the power supply here. But we don't have one of those with this power supply. So in this case, we have two power connections on this side, so that means this side will go into the power supply. So it doesn't really matter which one you plug it into. Just push it in. Sorry. You would just take it here, and then over here you can see that we have the 8 pins here. We only have 6 8-pin connections. We would take this and then plug it in like that. Easy as that. And then we can take this side right here, take our graphics card, and what we have to do. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to line this up. So you can see here that they actually have a little notch, little arms on the side. You have to push those in like this and hold them tight together. That way you can make an 8-pin connection. And then down here, clip goes towards the back of the GPU, and you just push it in. You hear that snap? Then everything's connected. You can either check to see that that's a straight line and it's level and it's not crooked, that little arm tab right here, and then it's all good. So that's how you would connect the power supply to the graphics card. But what if we have a riser? Okay, so I'm going to show you how all these cables connect to the motherboard and the graphics card soon. I'm just going to get my rig up here, but first I want to show you about these riser, these SATA cables. So again, you can only plug 2 risers in per SATA cable, and there is a 6-pin that goes into the power supply. Again, the power supply has six pins, just like it has 6 of the VGA ports, and these 6 VGA ports also double as a CPU port. So I can plug any of my Type 2, which are Type 3, sorry, and CPU cables into one of these, and then plug the other end into the CPU on the motherboard, the CPU port on the motherboard. So just like that. So I'll just move that out of the way for now. So again, we can just take this 6-pin power cable, plug it into the back of the power supply, and we're able to now power a riser. So I'm just going to move all of this off the table, and then I'll be right. I have my power supply right here. We have the cable right here, and I have the CPU power cable with the CPU side on it, or the writing on it, and we're just going to plug it in. It has this beefy clip right here, and it should just go right in. I heard a click. I don't know if you guys did, but we're just going to place that down. So now we got power to our CPU of the motherboard, which isn't actually in there, so we're not going to actually plug this in, turn it on, that type of thing. But I'm just showing you how to connect all the cables. This is going to be for the graphics card right over there. We're going to keep that to the side for a moment. We're going to plug the motherboard cable in. So again, we should see a pretty beefy clip right here. We're going to take this cable and we're going to plug it down. Now this is going to take a little bit of work. And I heard a click. Again, you can always check to see if it's level right there. Clip's pretty straight. So now we have both our motherboard and we have a CPU power connection going to the motherboard. So now the only thing to do besides connecting the power to the VGA card, the graphics card, sorry, is to give the graphics card a riser. So once again, we're going to move the motherboard out of the way now that we've shown you how to connect the cables to the motherboard, and we are going to show you the setup for the riser to the GPU. Okay, so now we have our GPU there. When you get a riser, it should come in a package like this. It should come with 4 pieces. It should come with this piece here, the PCIe 1 to USB. There's a black cable in there. There's a black and yellow cable, and there's the riser. So pretty much what that is it's these pieces here. So we got the black and yellow cable, which is the 6-pin, or this might be a Molex for you guys, to SATA. I recommend the 6-pin to SATA though. You'll get a USB to USB cable, and then you'll also get this USB to PCIe cable, and the riser card itself. Okay. This is a version 007 or number 7, version 7 riser. Version 6C risers also have the 6-pin connection here, so you can use those as well. If you want to go with the Molex, then you can do that as well. It's up to you. I just prefer the SATAs because I've seen what the Molex are. Molex aren't very good. Anyway, So the graphics card, the way this would go in is this way. So first we have to push this tab back. After we push it back, we will take the graphics card, we'll push it in, make sure it's in there very tight, and these clips are always a big pain in the butt to get across. So I'm just going to take it over here. Sometimes I actually have to take my key or something metal and push the clip in because it's actually really hard to get the clip over here. So it was back behind that blue line, now it's inwards more. So now the riser won't come apart. It's stuck on there. Okay? So now what you can do is you can do this before or after, just to show you that you can do it before as well. And I prefer to do it before, but I just want to show you how they go together first. You can take this 6-pin, you can plug it in here. They are difficult. Make sure it's a level clip. Take the USB, plug it in there. On the other end of the USB, you will then take this little PCIe 1 to USB and you will plug those together. Now you have that. Again, we can take the graphics card and plug it in. Again, it doesn't matter what order you do this in, it's just a little bit more convenient to do it, to plug the cables in before and then connect the graphics card. That way you don't have to struggle in getting this into this little space. So you just saw that little red thing fall out, it's just a cover for the port. So anyway, now we have our graphics card ready to go. We are going to we're going to try to connect it to our motherboard now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the GPU to the motherboard. So the only way to do this is take this PCIe 1 slot and plug it directly into here. Let me see if I can get this into a closer shot for you guys. So this one port goes here. That's how you connect the GPU PCIe connection to the motherboard. After you've connected the PCIe connection, you have to give the riser power because this is where it's going to pull all of its power instead of pulling it from the motherboard, besides the power that comes through here. So to do this, we have to take one of these SATA cables, and I will just place the GPU here. Sorry if it's just a mess, but we are going to. You'll also see that this has like a little L connection right there. So you have to line up the L with the L that's on here. So the line would go up to here. So now that they're pushed together, they look something like that. Okay. So now this GPU has power to the riser and is connected to the motherboard. The only thing we have to do now is we have to plug power into the GPU. So to do this, we would again just set the GPU down there, and we will take this, make sure that we hold it so that the arms are coming together, push them down, hold it tight. Again, hold it tight because I'm fumbling with it. And then you would take it and plug it directly into the GPU. So, someone might ask, does it matter which one you plug into which GPU? No, it does not. You can plug this one into another GPU, you can plug this one into the same GPU if it has another 8-pin, and it really doesn't matter how it goes as long as it gets power. Now, something that somebody asked me is on the EVGA power supplies, the cables have a 6. Here, let me show you. So that's it for this. That's completely done. That's how you connect your GPU to your motherboard and the power to your motherboard and everything like that. So what this is, it's just going to be a little extra information for you guys. On the EVGA power supplies, they come with cables like this. It's an 8-pin and a 6-pin. There is no this little 2-pin over here that you can connect to it. It's just a 6-pin and an 8-pin. So they asked me, how do you work out how to plug a 8-pin and a 6-pin into a dual 8-pin GPU? So if there's 2 of those 8 pins that we saw on there. And the way you can do it is, my GPUs, like the 1080 Ti rig that I showed you in my previous video, they came with this adapter. So it's an 8-pin and it's to a dual 6-pin. Now I don't know why they used a dual 6-pin. One of these 6 pins, you can use this 8-pin adapter with one 6-pin. You don't need 2 6-pins plugged into it, but you have to get the right 6-pin. And I think it's this one, but I could be mistaken. So one of these would work if I plugged it in, and the other one wouldn't. So keep that in mind. Now the other option is what I ordered on Amazon, and it's these little guys. So it's a direct 6-pin to 8-pin connector. There's no dual 6-pin or whatever, and the only thing they did is shorted out these 2 wires right here. So that's pretty much it. That's how you would do it. You would take the 6-pin on this side. Let's see if I can get the little clip. So this is where the clip would go. That's the little lock right here. And then these would just go together. It would lock in place. And then this would go to the GPU. So that's pretty much how to do that. Other than that, I'm pretty confident that you guys have the setup of your GPU mining rig down, other than connecting the RAM and the processor, which I showed you in the other video. But one last thing I want to show you is these. Big questions about these, so I'm going to cover it. Just one sec while I clear all this away. So in this package, you should get your expansion card chip. Now, for those of you that don't know and haven't seen my other videos and were wondering what this is, it's where you can connect through the USB cable, just like you did with the riser over there, to the motherboard, and all of this can just be cut away, or you can leave it. Doesn't really matter. It's assuming that you're putting this in a PC case, so it just has all this crap at the end. But you can use it with these little guys right over here. You can use it with these, so if you have extra ones of these, then you can replace this with that little guy. Otherwise, you can use this. You connect one end of the USB to here, one end of the USB to here, and it gives you an option to connect to a Molex or a SATA connection right here. And you can use 2 of these 3 ports, otherwise you'll get a thread error on your CPU. Again, I don't know why they have 3 on there, but that's up for debate. But anyway, I was able to connect 2 of these PCIe ports, and then the third one, whether it doesn't really matter which ones you plug into, whichever one's most convenient. And yeah, so the way this would go is you would just take the SATA cable, connect it to here like you did with the riser, plug this PCIe riser from the GPU into the card, and then plug the card's PCIe cable to the motherboard. And that's pretty much it. So that's it for this. And actually there is one last thing that I forgot. Something that's been requested for a really long time. These PCIe to M.2s. So let me just pull one out. So this comes with a screwdriver, some screws, PCIe card itself, which may have to be pushed in a little roughly, depending. They are having some manufacturer difficulties with this little gap in here. Let's see if I can focus. That little tiny notch right there. Sometimes it's cut a little bit too small, so you may have to push it in there just a little firmly. I know it's a little scary, but it's just what you have to do. And then mine come with a 4-pin to SATA, and the 4-pin will connect to there. I'm sorry, I would connect this way. So then I would just connect it like this. and this end would go to a SATA. But that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comment below. Like the video, subscribe to me, and if you disliked the video, tell me why you disliked it, so I can help improve my videos for other people. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next crowd. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down here. Okay, so right now, you set up the wiring for your power supply. First I have to undo the first power cable. The power cable is easy, but you don't want to plug it in. So the only thing that you can do if you're going to start with the power cable is take it here, line those up, it's in. That's it. The only thing else is once you're ready to go, you plug that end into your wall. This here, power cable. This is what you plug into your wall. If you live in the European zone, you might have a 240 volt instead of a 110 volt. You get this zip ties and that crap. This bag will contain all your wires. It's just a nice bag. And then here, you have your Corsair power supply. So it's a velvet bag, and then out comes a box. So, first I don't have to show the camera each time. Another one you'll see is, it looks the same, it says Type 3, but on the other end, it's a CPU. So this is made for the CPU, and there is a difference, because you'll notice that the CPU has all of its connections filled, whereas this one's missing that bottom metal connector there. You can see right through it. I don't know if you can see my skin color very well. Okay guys, so we're going to be talking about how to set up the wiring for a mining rig. A lot of people have been wondering, how do you set up the wiring for a mining rig? So I'm going to take you through step by step what you're going to come into contact with when you buy all your equipment, and how to set everything up. So this is the power supply box. It's going to be a Corsair, and I will talk about the EVGA power cables as well, so don't worry about that. You'll first see the instructions, and then you should be good. But for this example, we're just going to leave it like this so that we can see all of the connections. We're going to open up our bag here, and what we should see is we have an 8-pin Type 3. Let's see if we can get this to focus. It's a Type 3, it's an 8-pin, and it goes to a 6+2 pin and another 6+2 pin. There'll be a few of these in the bag, and I'll actually sort them so that they're all together.